A New Life, Part 1. I wake up this day and feel something has changed. Not suddenly, not with thunder and lightning, but deeply, quietly, at the level of my breath. My body knows before my mind, I am already in a new life. I don't rush to explain it. I don't look for proof. I simply allow myself to be in this feeling, soft yet strong, like morning light entering a room without permission, but with love. I am here. I am alive. I begin. I release my old life, not with pain, but with gratitude. It taught me endurance, patience, survival, silence, perseverance. It gave me experience, even if it was difficult. I acknowledge I did everything I could with the resources I had at the time, and that is enough. I don't need to punish myself further with memories or doubts. I allow the past to remain where it belongs, behind me, like a road I've traveled that brought me here. I choose a new life, not because I ran from the old one, but because I have grown from it. I no longer fit into the former frames. The old roles, old reactions, old fears feel tight. I feel my shoulders relaxing as I honestly admit I want more. More joy, more peace, more truth, more of myself. I allow myself to change without explanations. I don't need everyone to understand. It is enough for me that I feel inner agreement. I listen to myself carefully, gently, without pressure. My inner yes grows louder. My inner no becomes clearer. I trust these signals because they guide me to a life where I do not betray myself. I step into the new life gradually. I do not demand instant perfection for myself. I allow myself to learn, to make mistakes, to adjust my path. In this life, I do not have to be convenient. I do not have to be strong all the time. I can be real, and in this lies my strength. I feel my breathing changing. It becomes deeper. My thoughts slow down. I begin to live not from tension, but from presence. I return to the moment here and now, where there is no catastrophe, only life happening right now. I learn to notice the small things, the warmth of a cup in my hands, the sound of footsteps, the light in someone's eyes. This is the new life, not somewhere later, but here. I allow myself to dream without shame. My desires are not too big or too naive. They reflect my soul. I listen to them attentively. I no longer diminish myself to meet others' expectations. I expand to embrace my own truth. I allow myself to want happiness not someday, but now. I choose self-care as the foundation of my new life. I hear my body and respect its signals. I give myself rest without guilt. I fill myself up without rush. I know, when I am resourced, life begins to respond in kind. I no longer live in exhaustion. I live with fullness. I release fear of the unknown. I acknowledge I do not know all the answers, and that is okay. The new life does not demand a complete plan from me. It asks for trust. I allow myself to move forward, even if the path opens only a few steps at a time. I know each step reveals the next. I begin to see opportunities where I once saw only limitations. I notice people, events, signs that support me. The world no longer seems hostile. It becomes a partner. I open myself to this interaction. I allow good to come to me easily. I recognize my worth without conditions. I do not need to prove anything to be worthy of love, respect, abundance. I am valuable now, in the process, in the movement, in the change. My new life begins with this awareness. I stand on solid inner ground. I feel a silence being born within me, not empty, but full. In this silence, I hear myself. I feel direction. I do not rush. I allow the new life to unfold at its own pace. I know I am in the right place on my path. I choose to live consciously. I choose thoughts that support me. I gently release those that pull me back. I train my attention on light, on possibility, on life. I know what I focus on grows, and I choose growth. I am here. I breathe. I begin a new life, not from Monday, not from a perfect moment, but from this very feeling inside. It is real. It is alive. It is mine.
A New Life,
Part 2. I allow my new life not only to begin, but also to take root within me. It is no longer just an idea or a hope. It becomes a state of being. I feel it settling in my body, in my habits, in the way I think and respond. I notice I no longer automatically return to old patterns. Even when they try to catch up with me, I pause and breathe. In this pause, I choose differently. I am learning to live without inner struggle. I no longer need to prove to myself my right to peace. I allow myself simplicity. I allow my days to be different, strong and soft, active and quiet. My new life does not demand constant tension. It supports me when I allow myself to be alive, not perfect. I begin to notice how my inner language changes. I speak to myself more kindly. I no longer rush myself with fear. I do not frighten myself with the future. I am learning to support myself the way I once waited for support from others. And in this, there is a deep sense of maturity and wholeness. I allow myself to be in the process. My new life does not require instant results to be real. I know, deep changes grow slowly, but surely. I no longer devalue small steps. I see strength in them. I recognize each today as an important part of the journey. I release the need to control everything. I notice how tension decreases when I let life move with me rather than against me. I still make choices, make decisions, take action, but without internal constriction. I act from trust. I know I can handle whatever comes. I begin to feel my own boundaries more clearly. In this new life, I do not dissolve into others. I remain myself alongside someone. I can say no without guilt and yes without fear. I respect my time, my energy, my space, and the world responds to me with greater clarity. I allow myself to be visible. I no longer hide my true thoughts, feelings, or desires. I do not shrink my voice to avoid discomfort. I speak from inner grounding. Even when I feel nervous, I stay with myself. My new life supports my authenticity. I feel my inner stability growing. I no longer crumble at every small thing. I know how to return to myself. I know where my center is. I know I can rely on myself even in uncertainty. This knowledge is quiet, yet very strong. I begin to see people around me differently. I no longer try to save or change everyone. I allow each person to be at their own stage. I choose closeness where there is reciprocity and distance where it is needed. In my new life, there is space only for connections that nourish, not drain. I allow joy to be simple. It does not always have to be loud. Sometimes it comes as a lightness in the body, as a smile without reason, as the feeling, I am okay here. I do not postpone joy for later. I allow it to be part of ordinary days. I notice how my relationship with the future changes. It no longer frightens me. I do not try to predict everything. I look ahead with curiosity, not anxiety. My new life does not promise the absence of difficulties, but it gives me confidence in myself. I release old identities that no longer serve me. I am no longer the one who endures. I am no longer the one who constantly waits for permission. I am no longer the one who lives halfway. I allow myself to renew. I allow myself to be a new version of myself, alive, honest, present. I am learning to trust my feelings. If something doesn't resonate, I notice it. If something nourishes me, I allow it. I no longer ignore myself for the sake of speed or convenience. My new life is slower, but much deeper. I feel space opening within me. Space for choice, space for pause, space for real decisions. I no longer live on autopilot. I am present in my own life, and this feeling changes everything. I know, this is only the beginning. A new life does not unfold all at once. It unfolds gradually, layer by layer, and I am ready to move forward. I do not rush, but I do not stop. I am in a movement that responds to me. I remain here, in this state of inner agreement. I allow my new life to grow stronger within me with each day, with each choice, with each breath.
A New Life, Part 3. I notice that my new life begins to manifest not only within me, but also outwardly. The world seems to respond to my inner shifts. Events unfold differently. People speak to me in new ways. Circumstances no longer press on me as they once did. I don't try to explain it. I allow it to be. I know, when I change inside, reality gently adjusts. I am learning to trust my decisions. Even when they are not perfect, I know I make them from the best state available to me. I no longer dwell on the past to scold myself. I look forward and adjust my path along the way. My new life is movement, not a fixed point. I allow myself to grow without hurry, yet without self-limitation. I do not restrain my development with the fear of what if it doesn't work out. I know every attempt is experience, and every experience makes me stronger. I no longer fear beginnings. The start becomes my ally. I begin to feel more clearly what truly matters to me. My new life filters out the unnecessary. I no longer cling to what does not resonate. I let go without drama, without explanation, without inner monologues. Where there is no life, I do not leave my energy. I allow myself success in my own terms. I don't need to copy others' paths. I create my own. I allow myself to move at my own pace, with my own priorities. My new life does not compete, it unfolds. I feel an inner courage emerging within me. Not loud, not showy, quiet, yet very reliable. It shows in small choices, speaking the truth, asking for support, leaving when it's time to leave, staying when it's honest. This courage becomes my anchor. I am learning to accept support without shame. I allow people to be near when they come with an open heart. I do not push away goodness, thinking I must endure everything alone. My new life is not about solitary survival, but about healthy reciprocity. I begin to relate to my emotions differently. I no longer divide them into right and wrong. I allow myself to feel. I listen to what each feeling wants to tell me. In this new life, my emotions are not enemies, but navigators. I notice that my inner world is becoming more stable. Even when things fluctuate outside, I remain with myself. I know how to return to my breath, to my body, to the present moment. This skill is one of the greatest treasures of my new life. I allow myself to be flexible. I no longer break myself against circumstances. I seek new solutions. I open myself to alternatives. I know life is multivariant and I can choose. I begin to feel gratitude not as an obligation, but as a natural state. I see how much I already have. I feel the ground beneath my feet. I do not close my eyes to difficulties, but I also do not allow them to block all the light. I release the idea that something is wrong with me. In my new life, I see myself as whole, with experience, with history, with depth. I do not correct myself, I explore, and this exploration is filled with respect. I allow myself to change my mind. If yesterday I wanted one thing, and today I feel differently, I trust it. My new life is live, not fixed. I allow myself evolution. I notice how urgency disappears. I no longer need to rush to prove I can keep up. I move at my own rhythm. I know what is meant for me will not pass me by. I begin to see myself in the future without fear. I imagine myself calm, full, alive. This image does not pressure me, it supports me. It becomes a guide, not a demand. I allow my new life to form through my presence. I am here, I feel, I choose, and each such choice lays another brick in the foundation of my life. I know the path continues, and I am ready to move forward, not because I must, but because I feel an inner calling.
A New Life, Part 4. I feel my new life beginning to trust me, just as I trust it. A quiet agreement arises between us. I will be honest with myself, and life will respond. I no longer live in anticipation of blows or disappointments. I open myself to experience with inner maturity, knowing whatever comes, I can live through it. I notice how my reaction to difficulties changes. I no longer panic. I pause, breathe, and feel support in my body. I ask myself, what is most important right now? And I act from that place. My new life teaches me to respond, not to react. I allow myself to be in silence without fear. I no longer need to constantly fill the space with noise, tasks, or words. In silence, I hear myself. I feel my own truth,
and this truth becomes a compass in my new life. I begin to value my energy as a resource. I do not give it away chaotically. I invest it in what matters. I know how to pause before exhaustion arrives. My new life supports me where I support myself. I allow myself to change habits gently, without force, without ultimatums. I know lasting change is born from respect, not pressure. Each day is an opportunity to care for myself a little better. I feel my trust in time growing. I no longer fight with it. I do not try to accomplish everything immediately. I know everything comes when I am ready to receive it. My new life unfolds in its own right rhythm. I begin to feel inner freedom. It does not mean a lack of responsibility. It means a lack of internal compulsion. I choose rather than force myself. I act from clarity, not from fear. I allow myself to change my relationship with money, work, my body, and time. I no longer live in scarcity. I shift into a state of sufficiency. I see opportunities where I once saw only limits. My new life opens a different way of interacting with the world. I notice that I am becoming more patient with myself. I do not break down over small mistakes. I do not dramatize temporary setbacks. I know the path is not linear, and that is okay. My new life is about consistency, not perfection. I allow myself joy without reason. I do not wait for everything to be just right. I allow goodness to coexist with imperfection. In this balance, true life is born. I feel my inner adult strengthening, the one who can support, calm, and make decisions. I no longer need to seek this support outside myself. It is within me, and I can lean on it. I begin to see change differently. It is no longer a threat. It is the movement of life through me. I no longer cling to a stability that suffocates. I choose living dynamism. I allow myself to be present in others' joy without envy, and in others' pain without losing myself. I maintain boundaries while remaining open. My new life balances intimacy and self-respect. I notice that I no longer need to rush for answers. I give myself time to feel. I allow decisions to ripen. This makes my choices deeper and more precise. I feel inner wholeness. I am no longer torn between must and want. I am learning to integrate. My new life is a space where I can be both responsible and alive. I know I am no longer who I was, and at the same time, I am becoming who I have always been inside. This feeling is quiet, yet very real. I allow my new life to guide me forward. I do not cling to the past. I do not fear the future. I am present in the now, and that is enough for the path to continue.
A New Life, Part 5. I notice that my new life no longer needs validation. I do not look back to check if I am going the right way. I feel an inner confidence that does not shout, it simply is. It lives in my movements, in how I wake up, how I make decisions, how I relate to myself. I no longer doubt my right to live in a way that resonates with me. I allow myself to see results without fear of losing them. Before, it was as if I kept everything on alert, expecting that good things would inevitably end. In my new life, I am learning to remain in the good. I allow stability to exist without tension. I know I can endure not only difficulties, but also peace. I begin to feel my own worth, not as a concept, but as a state of being. It does not depend on what I have or not done today. It is present in me always. I no longer negotiate with myself. I do not postpone self-love for when I become better. I allow myself to be in this love now. I allow my new life to expand my sense of what is possible. I see that the boundaries were not as rigid as they seemed. I allow myself to think bigger, dream bolder, desire without shame. My desire to live fully is not weakness, but inner truth. I notice my ability to let go more quickly. I do not hold grudges for years. I do not get stuck in conversations that have already ended. I choose inner freedom. In my new life, I do not tether myself to pain to prove it was important. I allow myself new roles. I can be a leader in my own life. I can be a student. I can be one who inspires and one who learns. I do not need to remain stuck in a single image. My new life is flexible and alive. I begin to feel a deeper connection with my body. I listen to it not only when it hurts, but also when it rejoices. I notice lightness, warmth, relaxation. I allow myself to live in my body, not beside it. This returns me to the reality where life is happening. I allow myself success without self-sabotage. When something works out, I do not diminish it or look for hidden flaws. I acknowledge, yes, I did it. Yes, it is my work. Yes, I have the right to rejoice. My new life supports my ability to receive good. I feel the disappearance of inner rush. I no longer need to prove that I can keep up with someone else's schedule. I live at my own pace. I know my speed is right for me, and that is enough. I allow myself deeper desires, not superficial, not imposed, but those that arise from silence. I listen to what my soul truly wants, and I do not devalue these desires as impractical. My new life begins with truth. I notice how my interaction with the world changes. I do not wait for someone to come and save me. I know I create the space where I feel good, and at the same time, I open myself to co-creation. This is a balance in which I feel at ease. I allow myself to be true to myself, even when it is not the easiest path. I know the shortcut does not always lead where I need to go. My new life is about depth, not speed. I feel my inner resilience growing. It is not rigid, it is flexible. I can bend without breaking. I can change without losing myself. This feeling becomes my foundation. I know I am already living this new life. It is not ahead, it is here, in my breath, in my choices, in my presence, and I allow it to guide me further.
A New Life, Part 6. I feel my new life becoming deeper and more multifaceted. It is no longer just about external changes. It is about inner transformation. I notice my thoughts becoming clearer, my emotions more balanced, my body responding more willingly to my needs. I am not yesterday's self, and yet I am not afraid to be myself today. I allow myself to embrace uncertainty. I no longer seek constant guarantees or absolute control. I know life is in motion, and it is in this motion that I feel alive. Every step is a lesson, every encounter a reflection of inner growth. My new life teaches me to be present. I begin to notice inner softness. It is not weakness, it is awareness. I can be strong while also feeling tenderness toward myself. I no longer fight my limitations. I accept them and work with them. This is not compromise, it is deep self-understanding. I allow myself to be authentic in relationships. I no longer hide fears, desires, or needs to please others. I choose openness and reciprocity. I notice, the more honest I am with myself, the deeper my connection with others becomes. My new life is built on truth, not masks. I feel a new grace emerging in my movements, words, and thoughts. I no longer stumble in old behavioral patterns. I allow myself fluidity, ease, and an internal rhythm. This is a new way of being, and it brings me peace. I begin to hear my inner voice more clearly. Before, it got lost amidst the noise of external expectations. Now I listen, and it guides me gently, without reproach. My new life teaches me to trust myself, and this trust strengthens every choice I make. I allow myself to notice beauty in small things. Before, I missed moments of joy, waiting for more or better. Now I notice the warm ray of sunlight, the aroma of morning coffee, the lightness of my step. All of this is part of my new life, which does not require grand reasons for happiness. I feel the tension of should disappearing. I no longer follow external standards or adjust myself to others' expectations. I act from my own center, and this gives me inner peace and freedom. I allow myself to fully embrace my feelings. I no longer deny sadness, fear, or fatigue. I listen to them, accept them, and they transform into energy for growth. My new life respects my own experience, rather than fighting against it. I begin to see how old limitations lose their power. What once seemed critical now fades into the background. I expand my inner space. I allow the new to penetrate every aspect of my life, and this strengthens me. I feel my sense of wholeness growing.
I am no longer divided between want and must, between strong and weak. I integrate opposites within myself. My new life is inner harmony, forming gradually but firmly. I allow myself to be inspired. My new life opens space for creativity, self-expression, and joy. I no longer hold myself back with doubts. I am learning to create and enjoy the process. I begin to feel inner respect for my time and space. I do not scatter myself on others' expectations. I value my own energy. I allow myself to devote time selectively to what truly matters to me. I feel that my new life is no longer something in the future. It is here. It is not waiting, but presence. And in this presence, I find safety, freedom, and joy simultaneously. I know the last step remains, to continue this flow and allow myself to fully integrate all the parts, and I am ready to move forward.
A New Life, Part 6. I feel my new life becoming deeper and more multifaceted. It is no longer just about external changes, it is about inner transformation. I notice my thoughts becoming clearer, my emotions more balanced, my body responding more willingly to my needs. I am not yesterday's self, and yet I am not afraid to be myself today. I allow myself to embrace uncertainty. I no longer seek constant guarantees or absolute control. I know life is in motion, and it is in this motion that I feel alive. Every step is a lesson, every encounter a reflection of inner growth. My new life teaches me to be present. I begin to notice inner softness. It is not weakness, it is awareness. I can be strong while also feeling tenderness toward myself. I no longer fight my limitations. I accept them and work with them. This is not compromise, it is deep self-understanding. I allow myself to be authentic in relationships. I no longer hide fears, desires, or needs to please others. I choose openness and reciprocity. I notice, the more honest I am with myself, the deeper my connection with others becomes. My new life is built on truth, not masks. I feel a new grace emerging in my movements, words, and thoughts. I no longer stumble in old behavioral patterns. I allow myself fluidity, ease, and an internal rhythm. This is a new way of being, and it brings me peace. I begin to hear my inner voice more clearly. Before, it got lost amidst the noise of external expectations. Now I listen, and it guides me gently, without reproach. My new life teaches me to trust myself, and this trust strengthens every choice I make. I allow myself to notice beauty in small things. Before, I missed moments of joy, waiting for more or better. Now I notice the warm ray of sunlight, the aroma of morning coffee, the lightness of my step. All of this is part of my new life, which does not require grand reasons for happiness. I feel the tension of should disappearing. I no longer follow external standards or adjust myself to others' expectations. I act from my own center, and this gives me inner peace and freedom. I allow myself to fully embrace my feelings. I no longer deny sadness, fear, or fatigue. I listen to them, accept them, and they transform into energy for growth. My new life respects my own experience, rather than fighting against it. I begin to see how old limitations lose their power. What once seemed critical now fades into the background. I expand my inner space. I allow the new to penetrate every aspect of my life, and this strengthens me. I feel my sense of wholeness growing. I am no longer divided between want and must, between strong and weak. I integrate opposites within myself. My new life is inner harmony, forming gradually but firmly. I allow myself to be inspired. My new life opens space for creativity, self-expression, and joy. I no longer hold myself back with doubts. I am learning to create and enjoy the process. I begin to feel inner respect for my time and space. I do not scatter myself on others' expectations. I value my own energy. I allow myself to devote time selectively to what truly matters to me. I feel that my new life is no longer something in the future. It is here. It is not waiting, but presence. And in this presence, I find safety, freedom, and joy simultaneously. I know the last step remains, to continue this flow and allow myself to fully integrate all the parts. And I am ready to move forward.